There you go. Well, representing coins in the house.
Sorry, coins I'm looking at for the very first time. They just got delivered today.
Yeah, I know. Okay, you know what's so wild? Mike Mezak is here, and not only does he set the standard when it comes to coin collecting and, you know, the bar to be measured by.
Okay.
It's true.
At least you don't have to limbo under
yeah,
it.
Exactly. You know, I'm an expert on other bars. There's nothing to do with that whole situation. But they told me, like everything in this show, it's new.
And this particularly.
So this is literally like...
Just flew in. I've literally never seen these coins. Literally never seen these coins. If you've been following along, and I just have to share this, where you have these coming in, this is what's called now the Great American Treasure Hunt. The United States government, to increase interest in coins, have taken special W-minted quarters, released them into circulation randomly. So, and we've found almost all of them.
You're kidding.
They make hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of regular quarters. I got like 400 of these. These are the West Point minted quarters that you see right here, and these are early finds. So these are like in the first 30 days, we've found these coins. We have the Mint State 65 and Mint State 66 PCGS, the W Mint Modern American Treasure Hunt coins that just there's the Mint State 66. The key is they're released into circulation. This is exceptionally high grades. As soon as they're released into circulation, these grades begin to degrade. Absolutely incredible. I have 130 of these. I have 400 of these. This, like I said, is just the Great American Treasure Hunt. These are the West Point minted quarters. Folks, we'll talk about them here in a little bit. It's one of the most amazing things the United States Mint's ever done. We just literally got these in the building today.
I don't think I've ever done a show with you where it's not something that you haven't seen.
Right, That's why I was looking at it.
Like, what?
So start with this.
All right, so we've got an hour of brand new. These are the favorite kind of shows for my crews and probably for you to do with me, because I just defer to the expert. I just defer to the king of coins. So he's got a wealth of information to share with you. So Mike, what are we doing first in this show? What are you doing?
Look at this, what we have here. I've taken this entire thing apart.
Yeah, no, what are you doing?
This is the 2 ounce, this is the Australian Mint. This is the 1 ounce silver bar with a 2 ounce silver bar with a 1 ounce kangaroo in it. Only 5,000 made by the Royal Australian Mint, the 25th anniversary of the Australian kangaroo. As you can see, 5,000 for worldwide distribution. Check that out. The coin comes right out of it.
Cool.
That is the regular coin that you're gonna have right there. Check that out. It fits right in there.
Oh, isn't that
just like that?
I've never seen anything quite like that.
Absolutely. It's one of the coolest things, and it's put out by the Mint, which is cool. The U.S. Mint's never done anything like that. That's kind of a shame. It comes in this spectacular holder, just like that. See, and this is the way they work, those magnets. I mean, look at this. It holds everything. The magnets just pull off so you can...
Oh, that's interesting.
Isn't that fantastic? So only 5,000. Look at the presentation box, the 25th anniversary of the kangaroo. Check that out. Is that absolutely positively stunning and gorgeous? So a 2 ounce silver bar with a 1 ounce kangaroo in it. So 3 ounces total of silver, only 5,000 for worldwide distribution. If we did this with an American Silver Eagle, that'd be a $2,000 coin, just like that. We have got, because we've done so much with the Royal Australian Mint, we've got an incredible allocation of this. I think maybe 100 coins or something like that. Is all that there is. We're debuting this. It's absolutely spectacular. Isn't that gorgeous? It is. It is just truly, and that is actually a coin. And I showed you, see the $1 coin where that just pops right out of there. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Very
this is almost going to be like a beat the clock show.
And see how the coin fits into the tree there. That's a eucalyptus tree, so that fits into the bar perfectly.
That is very cool. All right, just remember, exceedingly limited. Even though we are talking new in this hour, there are a lot of the things that we're doing you may only see in this show based on limited availability, and unique and specialness. So, of course, we always love to have Mike here. It's always great to have you here. Remember, the coin collector, when I said earlier, really sets the the standard when it comes to not only coin collecting and a living legacy. I always say that the knowledge is the side bonus to these shows, because you learn so much in addition to maybe getting you into coin collecting for the very first time. You have really like a nice variety of things, and we're only a few minutes into the show.
Yeah, and things that that we've come to find out have become incredible collectibles. The United States government has done this phenomenal collectible that we have right here that they've done for a World War I commemorative. As you can check this out, this is a medal, a air service medal, and then the silver dollar that you're going to have right here for the World War I collectible. So they did the World War I collectible, and then you do this right here. So this is for the Air Force.
Okay.
Now they only did about 12,000 or 13,000 of each one of these, making them some of the rarest dollar metal combinations that the United States government has ever done. They sold out in 2018. They sold out instantaneously. We owned about 20% of the entire mintage of each one of these, and it's our absolute last look at these. It is one of these things that if you can find it in the marketplace, our price is spectacular. So you have the World War I, and this is the World War I commemorative dollar from the United States Mint, one of the rarest commemorative dollars the United States government has ever done. And then what they did is they paired it with a medal for World War I, and this one, as you can see right here, is for the Air Force. So this was the Air Force in World War I. It's a little more sophisticated these days. So this was the Air Force in World War I, and you can see, and that was the Air Service Medal that they had right there, 2018 over there. So it's the 100th anniversary of that. And so you get the pair, so you get the World War I commemorative, but the key is the pair of these in original government packaging. So this is the way they're going to come to you from the United States Mint. These sold out, I mean, instantaneously from the United States Mint in 2018. We have got some of these available to you, and what we're going to do is we've sold out of the Coast Guard. Okay, there's all 5 branches of service here. It was sold out of the Coast Guard. We have limited numbers of each and every one of them. Now remember, with each one of them, you get the World War I. You get the World War I commemorative dollar. And so here's the commemorative dollar by the United States government, $1, as you can see right there. Isn't that spectacular? Yeah. So then we're going to have Army is next. And so I'm going to put Army right in there. So as you can see, look at that. So that is basically trench warfare, World War I. There is the Army. Check that out. There's the Army set that you can see right there. That's the Army Service Medal that you're going to have from World War I. And that is the front of that. Now look at the design on these, and let's go back 100 years to World War I. Now, that's from a historic standpoint. Now let's look at it from a numismatic standpoint. I mean, the rarest silver eagle ever done by the United States government is the 1995 W. They made 31,000. That coin by itself today, last one I sold here, certified, was $29,000. Every one of these pairs are twice as rare. Oh, man. So if these were American Silver Eagles, we could add at least 2 zeros to that $179.95. The rarity of these almost unprecedented in modern American numismatics. So to be able to get that with these incredible medals in the metal pair with the World War I dollar, all with the original government packaging, I mean, literally only a handful of collectors have ever been able to put this together. We have them because when they first came out, we put in one of the first orders. Like I said, we owned anywhere between 10 and 20% of the entire mintage of these. So this is the Army. So remember, there's 5 service branches which sold out of the Coast Guard. So the first one was Air Force, then Army. Let's go ahead. There's Marine Corps. Check that out. Isn't that hello? Isn't that spectacular? Yeah. Let's put that right in there. Okay. This is the Woods Corps, as you can see. Now, this is where, you know, the Marines really, I mean, they were founded basically in the Revolutionary War, in all honesty, but this is where they kind of earned their stripes, if you will, with this, in World War I. And so this is the Marine Corps medal. And as you can see, everybody, I think, understands or recognizes the medal there for the U.S. Marines. And then, like I said, it's over there, and it's the Battle of Belleau Wood that really cemented the legacy and everything about the Marine Corps. This is the famous battle. This is what started them as an elite fighting force around the world, was this right here, the Battle of Belleau Wood that you have right there. It's famous, it's always written up, and it was where their kind of their bravery has stood the test of time, and this is where it started in the 100th anniversary. You get it in the 2-coin pair with that as well. So remember, each one, so you're gonna get the Marine Corps medal, but you always get in the pair, you're going to get the World War I dollar as well.
Okay, and you can't leave Navy out, right?
No, you can't leave the Navy out.
Can't leave the Navy out.
I love that. Over there, and that was always the, for World War I, we always, you know, the government has to get behind that, and so it was over there was what it was. You can notice that that's a theme throughout all of these, and so there's our Navy. As you can see, back then, they were still steam powered. Okay, so if you notice, you know, as you're doing that, the nuclear Navy hadn't been born yet, and then of course the there you go. We know the Navy SEAL as well. Oh, he's trying to run away. That you're going to have right there, and there is the centennial of World War I from the United States Navy as well. And of course, so you get the World War I commemorative dollar, you get the medal as well, and this is the Navy. Now, once again, from a coin standpoint, we have all 4 of these that we have left. We have Air Force, Marines, Army, Navy. 12 to 14,000 minted of each one of those, which in American coinage is absolutely, positively some of the rarest stuff that the United States government has ever done. We're the only people, I think, around that have got any of these available for sale.
Well, and not only that, on FlexPay too, which Mike rarely does. 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee as well. So just keep that in mind. As he indicated, handful of these to go around. 673-279. Of course, if you can choose your branch of service and, you know, support all of them, which I think that's one of the reasons they're selling out so quickly too, don't you?
Absolutely, no doubt about it, and that's why they sold out originally, and the government underproduced them, massively underproduced them. I really don't quite understand why, but they did.
They did. So whether it's for that history buff in your life, the coin collector, or as we're talking Mother's Day, that would be a great Father's Day present as well. We've got much more to come with Mike, all new in this hour, but if you're ready to start planning that summer vacation, you know who's back. I love her. Miss Samantha Brown is here. She's got luggage that helps you travel in style, and she's actually checking in on Sunday. It'll be Sunday, Saturday into Sunday. I had to think about that for a moment. It's like daylight savings time every day here at HSN, right? I know. So don't set your clocks ahead. You need to stay tuned. We have more stuff.
The thing I love most about shopping at HSN.
Do I have to pick just one?
I'd have to say FlexPay.
It allows me to get the things I want now
And make monthly payments.
Without any interest or fees.
I got a new mattress for the guest bedroom, a fabulous cookware set for my sister's wedding,
and a little something just for me.
FlexPay gives me the flexibility to buy what I need now.
without the stress of having to pay for it all at once.
And no interest.
Beat that layaway.
We use goat milk because we had it, and that's how our company started. But what we learned over the years is how beneficial goat milk is, not only for the skin, but for your body.
Goat milk adds moisture to your skin. It's really the most amazing ingredient.
People really do notice the hydration of their skin. The farm-to-skin difference only with Beekman 1802.
All right, Mike Mizak is back. You know, when you hear, this is good.
This is good.
This is good.
Another coin. I mean, I've seen the Silver Eagle. I haven't seen the certified one that we have right here.
Well, if you've seen Mike, what's interesting is you haven't seen what we have coming up in this hour because it's all new. So why is this good?
Well, it's something that we started a couple years ago, and what we do is, it's interesting. This is the Memorial Day edition. So this is only sold here on HSN.
Okay.
So I have an American Silver Eagle certified mint state 70. I have it in my exclusive flag core. I'm the only person on the planet that can sell the flag core.
Gotcha.
We sell the flag core 2 times a year. We sell it for Memorial Day. We sell it for the New Year's Eve edition.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's true.
That's it. The New Year's Eve edition, I think we sold, I don't know, 6,000 or 5,000, whatever it is. We sell lesser of the Memorial Day. So the population of this is basically what we sell in 2 shows. So whatever there is, that's how many we make. There is no more. And so what you have is kind of this guaranteed rarity. Now, When we sold the regular American Silver Eagle, our price was $99.95.
Okay.
So this is a special edition,
Right.
100% exclusive to us, Memorial Day edition. Like I said, only sold for 2 shows.
Okay.
Red oak presentation box. I don't charge any extra for it. Traditionally in the marketplace, if it's like, oh, it's first day of issue that we have, or it's a flag core, has a special label, or it's only has a special sales thing or whatever it is, then it's like double or triple or quadruple. We charge exactly the same. So that's why this is good.
Right.
Okay. So first of all, you have the American Silver Eagle, the most popularly collected silver coin in the world today. And it's certified mint state 70. So let's start there. In coin collecting, as in any collecting, the single most important determining factor of value is what? It's condition. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. And in coin collecting, we grade on a 70-point scale, not a 100-point scale. So 70 is absolutely, positively perfect. 70 is absolutely perfect. So you have a perfect American Silver Eagle. They're going to make tens of millions of American Silver Eagles this year, but in absolutely perfect mint state 70 flag core Memorial Day edition, we're talking maybe 2,000, maybe.
Oh, that's it?
Or could be less. If we sell 600 coins, then it's 600.
Well,
if we
you're
sell
right.
800, it's 800. If we sell 2,000, it's 2,000, then that's it. So, I mean, we're going to literally sell this for 2
Right.
2 shows. That's all we're going to sell this. And that will be the edition. So you have this Memorial Day edition. Now, like I said, we do the New Year's edition and the Memorial Day edition. The Memorial Day edition is significantly rarer than the New Year's edition because on New Year's, we have, that's our special day. So I have like 11 airings. Okay, I've got this, one time in each show is all that I'm going to have. Yeah, so that's exactly what we're looking at.
You can do the
here.
math.
Absolutely. So do the math. So we've got this special thing. Now the flag core in and of itself is extraordinarily collectible and extraordinarily desirable.
And for core, for people who haven't, that's that beautiful.
That's what holds the coin.
Holds the coin. Okay.
Traditionally, what has happened is we had a white core. There was a label with a white that was just held by a white piece of plastic. That's actually plastic, and that's what happened. And then over the last 10 years or so, people have gotten insane with the labels. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of different labels. We decided 2 years ago, enough of this.
Right.
Okay, enough of this. So what we did is we changed it to I have an exclusive core, so nobody else can sell the flag core but me. I'm the exclusive distributor on the planet for NGC, one of the biggest grading companies. Matter of fact, they probably grade more coins than anybody else. So there's probably them. NX, PCGS, those are the big 3. Those are really the only big three recognized ones. And then ICG's recognized they don't sell as many coins. So we have this. So I've got this flag core. I'm the only one that can do it. We have one label. So this is the label. So in other words, there's not going to be 63 different labels, and it's like, oh, well, you remember that thing, and it's changed, and we've bold typed the day, and now it's a different. This is it. So you're looking at the only edition for the Memorial Day edition. It is this coin. It is absolutely perfect. It is 100% exclusive. We've got the red oak presentation box that you have right here that comes with it at our regular issue price of $99.95. So like I said, what we sell is what the edition is in the 2 shows that we are going to sell this in. We sell today, and I think May 24th is our other show. So on this day and May 24th, 2 days, I guess, actually is technically what it is. I only have 2 days of shows between now and the end of May, so that's it. So this is only sold in May. This is the debut that we have right here, right now. So that is all there's ever going to be, which will make it one of the rarest certified American Silver Eagles of the year.
And I know Mike was, as he always is, a font of information, very descriptive, but just to be clear again, you will always and only see this here on those 2 specific
And only
days.
here on HSN.
And only here on HSN.
Only here on HSN.
Right.
Only those 2 days.
Right.
Today and May, I think it's 24th is my next block of shows. And it's just, we have the shows on the day. We have a morning show and an evening show, and that's it. Whatever we sell in that time is all these coins that exist. Now, understand, when we have the flag core coins, we have sold thousands, tens of thousands of the flag core coins because what we've done is, like I said, we've kind of gone old school. It's simple. You get the absolutely beautiful, stunning core, and we've added so that the label fits right into the flag. Isn't that cool? Really so it looks almost kind of sublimated back in there. So we've done that part of it. Last year's Memorial Day edition had the straight stars and bars. So what we did is we kind of made wavy parts of the flag. We're going to try to change the flag every single year, so you can look at the flag and know by year. This debuted last year on Memorial Day. Okay, for the Memorial Day edition. So this is the second year of the Flag Corps Memorial Day edition. So if you have it, I don't know if we have any of those on hsn.com. Obviously we wouldn't, because we would have sold it only on Memorial Day. I'm always like, okay, what do we have on hsn.com? Because we got like 800 coins on there that have never been on the air. But that one's a sellout. So we're going to have this one in Memorial Day, like I said, today, and the 24th is exactly what the only times that it'll be done. So it's this extra limited edition. First of all, only available here. Secondly, only available for 2 days.
Can I tell you though, that's a killer price. I know that I'm not supposed to really mention stuff like that, but I mean, honestly, you could make the argument about half that would be the price of admission on the Red Oak presentation box.
Right. Well, there's people, it's so funny. We sell hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them empty.
Yeah, right.
Because other people,
right.
I order coins all the time, and even the U.S. Mint got into it this time. They did a special West Point minted penny this year. They send it to you in a plastic bag. I mean, I get stuff, you know, because I go out there and see what other people are doing, and they literally send it to me in a plastic bag.
Lord.
And I'm like, really? When you have a beautiful coin, don't you want a Red Oak presentation box? That's why at $20, we sell these by, I mean, the hundreds, if not thousands of these. It's just amazing what we've got in terms of how many people want to do this, want to do the box itself. And when you open this up, check it out. It's got the extra magnets so that they... Check this out. Yo, there you go. We were just told by our producer. There he goes. The box alone is a customer pick. The empty box is a customer pick at $14.95 because you just don't get them anywhere else. Yeah. And here's the thing. We sell, and the other thing, we sell it for $14.95. Yeah. You can go out there and easily find this at $29.95 for the box. Now get the Silver Eagle. Now put it in the Flag Corps. Now do it Mint State 70. Now put it on the Memorial Day edition that's exclusive here. And now you really have something, considering $99.95 is the price that we pay, okay, is the price that we pay and charge for all of our regular issue American Silver Eagles. So when I do the first day of issue, when we do our New Year's Eve day, today's special, the HSN price on that is $99.95. If it's not $109.95. Now I have an incredibly special, incredibly limited, 2-day only Memorial Day edition that we're doing here exclusively with us, with our incredible Flag Corps, with the special label. It's the only label. It's the only core. This is the only way you're going to see this coin. So there's not multiple ways to look at this or anything else. It is something, if you've been collecting the Flag Corps, and we've got very limited number of coins in the Flag Corps. I think overall there's only about, I think we've only got about 4 or 5 different coins that even come in the Flag Corps that we've done this way. Now you're getting kind of one of those, the brand new edition, only for, like I said, 2 days, only here with the Red Oak presentation box, the price of our regular Eagle. You and I are debuting this right here, right now. Absolutely, yeah. This is the very first time the whole world's ever seen this.
All right, and remember again, not only, you know, you see it a couple of days and that's it, and this is the time to grab it, certainly, and not only because I think it's a great value, it's got a wonderful story to it, plus it's like a living work of art. In addition to that, 3-pay flex pay of $33.32, which is something Mike almost never does, and not only that, you really don't, well, you don't see any of, really you don't see anything of what you do in the industry for these prices and flex pay and 30-day return policy and all that stuff.
Nobody else does that.
Nobody else does that. Nobody else does that.
We're very unique here.
It's very true.
To be able to do that, yes.
All right, new. Mike Mizak is here, special late night coin collector, of course, which I know a lot of you look forward to. I love it when you do the pennies. I don't know, there's something about them that just makes me smile. Yeah, and this is a pretty special one. The United States Mint did a thing. They're doing a lot of things this year, doing West Point stuff. Like I said, the Great American Treasure Hunt with the West Point minted quarters that I showed you earlier, those are already selling like crazy. They also decided to do a special, in essence, 3-coin series of Lincoln cents this year. Okay. They only include them as in other sets, though.
So in other words, they did a West Point minted proof penny that came in the clad proof set.
Okay.
They did a reverse proof West Point minted coin that you see right here that came in the silver proof set. Now the silver proof set that this comes in is more than $49.95, and this is the coin that everybody wants. I have got this in RP69. Now the 70s are sold out for like 5 times more money on this right here. I've got, because there was very few of them. This is the highest affordable grade. Now here's the really cool part. So this is the special West Point minted reverse proof Lincoln, the only West Point minted reverse proof Lincoln that has ever been done, one of the rarest Lincoln cents that have ever been done. Now when we graded these, this is the lens of the proof set that it comes out of.
Oh, sure.
So this is the regular penny, the Sacagawea golden dollar, and the Jefferson nickel in the original government packaging. We're going to send this to you as well.
Oh,
so we took
wait a
out the
minute.
$50 and the penny in here.
Oh, really?
Well, we're going to have this. Now these retail, this is a proof Sacagawea golden dollar. That's a $10 or $12 retail.
Oh, man.
This is about a $10 or $12 retail. This is a $5 or $7 retail. So you're looking at least, I would say easily $20 worth of coins that are right there as a bonus, and you're going to get the reverse proof that you're going to have right there. That's first day of issue, limited edition, individually numbered of only 1,909 coins.
Nice. I got to tell you, you know, I'm always curious to see what Mike comes up with. I know we kind of started this next segment of the show by saying he does things that nobody else does. Nobody else in the industry does this.
Right.
I actually, when they were setting this up, I actually was looking for the different item number for the 3-coin set.
Sure
no, I really was. So I'm like, okay.
Well, everybody was.
Because, you know, that's what we do. You know, we rotate.
So you buy this, and when you
Right.
talk to your operator, add this in.
Add that in.
For only $9.99 or $29.99 or $19.99, whatever that's going to be. Because these are proof coins. Now remember, no proof coins, whether they be reverse proof or regular proof, are ever made, intended, or released into circulation.
Okay.
They only come in proof sets. They are proof's not a condition, but a method of manufacturing.
Right.
They do this. Now this special Sacagawea golden dollar, Native American dollar, has been very popular this year. That is a very specific person on there. That's Mary Golda Ross is who that is. This commemorates Native American contributions to the space program.
Oh, no kidding.
Mary Golda Ross, if you look very closely, they wrote this little equation that you see right there. Absolutely crucial. That is the equation of the energy required to leave the Earth's atmosphere and enter the atmosphere of another planetary body. Very elegant that you have there. This also, by the way, this is James Harrington, the very first Native American to walk in space.
Oh,
so
no
it's a very
kidding.
specific commemorative, and because of that, they are very desirable.
Yeah.
This coin by itself, like I said, all day long, probably $15 right here, $10. So we're almost $30 in bonuses. And let me explain something to you. This coin by itself, if I kept all these coins at $49.95, is a 100% spectacular opportunity because it is unique in the world. They've been making the Lincoln cent now for 110 years. You know how many reverse proof West Point minted Lincoln cents there are? 1. You know how many West Point minted Lincoln cents there are? 2. Okay, the other one is the proof West Point minted Lincoln cent, which, by the way, I think we have on HSN.com for like $99.95 with the rest of that proof set. So at $49.95. So you're going to get that West Point minted cent. Like I said, you see these coins in 70, one grade higher at a $200, 200 in first day of issue, $200, $210, $220 for that is kind of more of an average price. To be able to get this in an affordable, also RP69, one grade less, still considered a perfect grade, in a first day of issue, in a guaranteed limited edition, 100% exclusive to us, at only $49.95. I think the one thing that we're seeing here, as we should, is a lot of multiple purchases.
Yeah.
People are buying 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 because the price is so incredible, is so outstanding. The only way to get this is to buy the silver proof set.
Okay.
The silver proof set by itself is a $60 plus set.
Really?
Then you got to have it certified.
Yeah.
Now you're at $100. Okay, now you have all that going on. We're only $49.95. It's 100% exclusive to us. By the way, people keep asking me, what is that building?
I was actually just thinking that.
On
I'm
the
like,
label?
I don't know if
That's
I
the
was...
West Point Mint.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely. So that's the West Point Mint. And so that's why we put it in there. Each coin individually numbered that you see. So it's number 6. We have number 7, number 8. It's one of the great things about Annex. Now, the Annex first day of issue, like PCGS first day of issue, NGC first day of issue, you can there's no exclusivity to that.
Gotcha.
We occasionally have those. We have some NGC first day of issues. We've had some PCGS first day of issues with that. But Annex first day of issue is 100% exclusive to us here at HSN. You cannot buy it anyplace else. It is the only place to be able to buy that. And it is only with Annex. NGC, PCGS, absolutely spectacular. But they don't individually number the coins.
Yeah.
Only Annex individually numbers the coins that we do here, and I think that's so important. So you do NGC, PCGS, love them, we sell them all the time. I mean, they're all parts of what we sell here, but to find out how many there are, you gotta go to the population report, you gotta sign in, you gotta do that whole thing with that, which people do because it's important. Don't need to do that. It's right there, front and center. There's 1,909. You know what the population is. You know your coin because it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Each coin is individually serial numbered to ensure its place within the limited edition. So you get this reverse proof penny at $49.95, certified first day of issue RP69, only 1,909. Remember, this is a special Lincoln cent. It'll be made for 1 year only. It's available only in the silver proof set. So I'm going to give you down here all of, in essence, the non-silver coins in the set. So you get, in the entire set, these are all the non-silver coins with that, because you're going to get the regular Lincoln cent. Now, people are going, what's the difference? Look at the mint mark. Yep. San Francisco Mint. Okay? San Francisco Mint is what you're going to have right here. Now, this coin, like I said, there's, easily $7.5 to $12.5 just for this coin, because it's proof. They're not released into circulation. This coin right here, $12.5 to $17.5. This coin right here, the nickel's about $6.99, something like that, $5.99, $6.99 for the nickel. But I'm still going to put this at $25, half the value. So if you do $25 on that, and then look at this then, the reverse proof West Point minted Lincoln cent at $25, now you understand the value. Now you understand why so many of these are sold. Now, I'm debuting this today. Wow. I am debuting this today that you're going to have. This is a truly spectacular opportunity for you to be able to own both of these coins that you're going to have within this set. So your opportunity is going to be now, because I think this 1909 with the primetime show tonight, quite likely to sell out. This is exceedingly popular as we speak right here, right now, because you get that special West Point minted Lincoln cent, the reverse proof Lincoln cent. They're going to do 3. The reverse proof will be the most popular, absolutely, positively, no doubt about it. So you're going to have the West Point minted cent right here in the RP69. Like I said, I think we're sold out of the 70s at almost triple that price, over triple that price with that. And then this coin right here with the 3-coin bonus in the original government packaging that you're going to see. So we had to take the dime and the dime and the $half in here. So the silver coins were taken out. So this is the non-silver part of that proof set with the original United States government issue lens. Then you're going to have it $49.95. The fact of the matter is we just did that at $49.95 just for the reverse proof penny. Do that. I mean, I'd still think would sell all 1,909 of them. But I mean, why not get an extra $20, $25 bonus with that to be able to get the proof cents, the proof cent, the proof nickel, and the proof dollar that comes in this, particularly with the proof dollar being such a huge and popular item. As a matter of fact, I think we're selling that certified at like $29.95 coming up. We've sold about 1,000 of those so far, just for this coin, certified. $29.95. We've literally sold thousands of those. So be able to get these exclusive to us, $49.95. It is the most affordable way to get the West Point minted reverse proof Lincoln cent.
And of course, a special price to flex pays, less than $25 on your credit card. And Mike's absolutely right. We refer to it often. The coin collecting can be the wild, wild west, and we can't, here at HSN, we are not capping how many of these you can purchase, and that's actually one of the reasons they are selling so rapidly, is a lot of you are selecting more than one. So it's nice not only to get that 30-day return policy, but to get it at home for less than $25 on your credit card is even better. Remember, everything in this show is new. We've got another hour with Mike after this. Everything that you see on the coin collector in general is unique for a lot of different reasons. When you see FlexPay and 30-day return policy, and what you get, what you really get, as opposed to a lot of bait and switch out there. Oh, Mike, wow, what is this?
Well, I was just talking about the U.S. silver proof set. The United States government this year, for the very first time in its history, made silver proof quarters, which, well, they've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's the very first time they've done them in pure silver.
Oh, whoa.
In pure silver. They're 999 fine silver. Prior to this, they've always been 900 fine. So this is pure silver. The very first time. So this is an absolutely unique set. So this is, like I said, 5 pure silver quarters from this year. The first time they've ever done it. Not only in the National Park Series, but I mean period. Now here's the amazing part. This is the United States government issued lens that you see right there. United States, USA, United States Mint. Right here, there's the United States Mint logo. This is the original government packaging, just as it came from the Mint. The Mint has been selling these. You know what the Mint sells them for?
Huh.
$36.95.
Oh, they do?
I'm selling them for $3 less than the Mint.
Oh, good grief.
Okay, I'm selling them for $3 less than the Mint.
Oh, Lord.
And the biggest, yeah.
I'm like,
and so,
okay.
yeah, that's right. I've only got 800 of them.
I'm like, okay.
What we did is we bought 800 silver sets.
Oh, no. Okay.
And I took the other, there's other coins that go in the big set.
Okay.
Okay. And we used those. You just saw the reverse proof penny coming up on the other one.
Right.
And so I have some quarter lenses left over.
Okay.
I will sell them for less than wholesale. Okay, the wholesale cost, the lowest price you can buy these coins for from the United States government is $36.95. By the way, their shipping and handling is $4.95.
Oh, no kidding.
Ours is $3.50, so there's another $1.50. So you're basically all in $5 less than the United States Mint to be able to get the only pure silver quarters that have been done in United States history, in the history of the United States government, just like they come from the United States Mint, the same exact lens, same exact coin.
Wild.
And it's just absolutely incredible. We were putting this together, and I was talking to all the staff, and they're going, we put the price, $33.95. They go, doesn't the Mint charge $36 for that? Haven't I seen those elsewhere? Because people pay $36.95 actually.
Yeah.
Pay $36.95, and then other people charge. I've seen them charge $50 and $55. I go, yeah.
Right.
They go, but we're going to do $33.95. I said, yeah, we're going to do $33.95. So ultimately, what these are, people say, so what are these quarters? The United States government started doing the national parks quarters. And they started doing those, I guess we're in our 8th year of the national parks quarters. So every state in the union, every U.S. territory either gets a national park or a national historic area. Most people don't know, not every state has a national park, but they have national historic areas.
Right.
And so this is this year's edition from 2000 and 2019. They started in 2010, so we're very near the end. But all those quarters, all of the state quarters in silver, all the quarters made by the United States government since 1796 have been 900 fine silver. Billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of silver quarters made by the United States government, every single solitary one of them, 900, what we call coin silver.
Right.
Solid silver, but only 90%. They decided this year, for the very first time, to do absolutely pure. That has only been reserved for the American Silver Eagle forever.
Oh, wow.
The American Silver Eagle has always been 999 fine. And only the American Silver Eagle, only the American Bullion Program. That changes right here. And so I have got the first, so it's not like this is, in essence, a throwaway deal. This is a really important set of coins that I'm selling for less than the United States government. Literally about $5 less when you count the shipping and handling. About $5 less than you can buy it directly from the United States Mint. That I find to be truly, utterly, incredibly important. I mean, I think one of the very first times we've ever done it in the year of issue. I'm able sometimes to go back stuff 15 years ago, 20 years ago, even 10 years ago that I can sell less than the U.S. Mint. But I mean, right here, right now, it would cost you, the only price you can get this from the Mint is $36.95 and $4.95 shipping and handling. So you have to understand what your opportunity is with this is to get not only a historic coin. There are 5 pure silver quarters that have been done in the history of the United States Mint since 1796, and you get all 5 of them. You get them all in the original government packaging, just like the Mint did it. It says USA right here. There is the U.S. Treasury seal. This is the same exact lens that it comes in from the United States Mint, except it's only $33.95. You have to understand there is the better part of an ounce of silver in there, pure silver, because each one of these coins is pure silver. I think they're 8 grams a piece, so you got about 40 grams of silver in there. I think there's 7.93 grams, I think, of silver. And now that they're 99995, so you've got, like I said, the better part of an ounce of silver there as well for $33. So now you have a historic coin in the United States government, original government packaging that you're going to see right here for less than the United States government charges for.
Well, I'll tell you what, instead of the government telling me what I owe on my taxes, can I just ask Mike Mizak? If you charge less.
Yeah, I'll charge less.
If you charge less, I'll send the check to you.
Yeah,
How
exactly.
about that?
How about that? We'll give you the what is that, about a 15% discount?
Yeah, exactly. I'll take it at this point.
Yeah,
I will take it.
Won't you?
But I mean, but it really kind of leads the point that you do things that nobody else does, including the United States Mint.
And so, like I said, it's not anything else. This is an incredibly important set of coins.
Yeah.
Once again, these are the only pure silver quarters ever done in the history of the United States Mint. Now, I've taken an incredibly important set of coins, something that's phenomenally valuable, desirable, and collectible, and now I have made it at a price that even the manufacturer, so wholesale price, if as a dealer I called the United States Mint and said I wanted 5,000 sets of quarters, what kind of deal can you make me? They'd go, $36.95. That's your deal.
Oh, that's crazy.
$36.95. How about if you just want one? Well, I was watching HSN. I get them for $33.95. They go, well, you should probably do that. Because our best price is $36.95. And then if you look at the coins, I mean, some great coins right here. So you've got the San Antonio Missions coin that you're going to have right here. It's Lowell, Massachusetts. I love that coin. The War Memorial, the Pacific War Memorial coin there, I really like as well that you're going to have. Because those are the U.S. territories that are up there in the war in the Pacific right up here. I think that's the Northern Mariana Islands, if I'm not mistaken, and that might be Guam right there. Or that's Guam and that's Northern Mariana. And then you got the Wilderness coin right there, the Great Wilderness. So those are basically some of the last coins in the entire National Parks quarter set. And then flip that over. That is what pure silver looks like. And I think that's why the government decided to do them, because the coins are just so much better that you're going to have right there. Truly spectacular, literally for less than the price of admission from the United States. Original United States government issue pricing, $36.95 plus $4.95 shipping and handling. We're going to save you $1.50 on shipping, and we're going to save you another $3 on the coins. It is a unique opportunity. I only have 800 sets at this price. I have a primetime show tonight.
Right.
I am assuming this is a one-day only sellout. I'm assuming one-day only sellout on this. So get in on this at just a spectacular. Great coins, historic coins, collectible coins, historic pricing as well.
There are only a couple hundred remaining, and that is just a sign of things to come. So more with our coin collector and Mike Mizak. Please stay with us.
Think all remote controls are the same? Think again. Now when you're watching HSN and you see something you want, you can use your remote control to order it. It's fast, it's easy, and it's a safe way to order. With HSN, shop by remote. The appraised values you see at HSN are set by independent, professionally certified appraisers. They determine, as closely as possible, the approximate retail cost of replacing or recreating the item, not the possible sell or purchase price. Because subjective estimates and judgments are involved, appraisals may vary by as much as 25%. Call your customer service rep for more information.
Don't miss a thing with our HSN app. Get $10 off your first in-app purchase with code WELCOME10. Opt in to push notifications for early access to exclusive app-only deals. Available on Apple and Android devices.
All right, our overnight coin collector, Mike Mizek, is here, and hey, by the way, don't hang up on the national parks. Again, very, very limited. In fact, if they aren't gone by the time Mike comes in for his primetime show, they'll be gone in that airing. So just keep that in mind. This whole hour is all brand new, things that we haven't seen, and again, brand new.
I'm telling you, this is new. It's right. There's new and brand new. I mean, we just brought this in. Once again, this is the Marigold of Ross. This is this 50th anniversary Apollo. They're doing a lot of different coins with this. 50th anniversary Apollo. This is the Native American dollar that you're going to have. This is a first release NGC. So that's one of the coins from the first 30 days of issue. I have it in proof 70, absolutely perfect, ultra cameo for basically the cost of certification. For the cost of certification at $29.95. $29.95. I've got, I think, 600 of these. These will, something around there, will sell out today, absolutely positively guaranteed. Because what you have is you have a Native American dollar that has been incredibly popular anyway. It is the proof coin. Now, none of these are released into circulation anyway. I love the Native American dollar. And then with it being a dual commemorative, not only from a Native American standpoint, you see that's Sacagawea represented on the label. That's our exclusive label as well. Anyway, that I'm going to have with the Sacagawea label. But what we've got is this coin really is also not only a Native American dollar, but also commemorative of the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11. What we've done right here is that they started doing the Native American dollars in 2009. And what they do is they do a rotating reverse. So in other words, each reverse is only for 1 year, 1 year, and 1 year only. And they do a different theme. This year is Native American contributions to the American space program. And you've got two of the most famous ones right here. This is Marigold of Ross. As you can see, that's her. She's the one that did this incredibly elegant equation that you see down there. And that is, as I understand it, the velocity, the energy required to leave the atmosphere of the Earth and enter the atmosphere of another planetary body, as best it's been explained to my limited physics knowledge with what that is. Very elegant, very beautiful, very important, very, very, very important. Secondly, James Harrington, right up here, is the first Native American that walked in space, and he's up there. And then you see the rocket ship right there, and then all the stars and everything. So this incredibly important coin. Now we have this coin, and it's certified absolutely, positively perfect. Early release in proof 70. The key to this 100% is the price at $29.95. The key to this is 100% the price at $29.95. Because what you're getting with this is normally if you would buy this coin, and if you go out there and try to buy this coin singly, you're going to spend anywhere between about probably $10 and $15, $12.50 to $17, something like that for the raw coin. Then you have to send it in and get it certified. This right here is $30 to get it encapsulated with early release for NGC. Please understand that. And the coin that you send in is most likely not proof 70 and certainly not ultra cameo. So we've done the entire thing for you. All the guesswork is gone. We've saved you money. Even if you were 1 for 1 and the coin you sent in was absolutely positively 100%. The coin you sent in was 100%. 70, you're still gonna be in it for more than $29.95. And the way we do that, of course, we grade tens and tens and tens of thousands of coins with NGC. We get a nice price break on that. I'm able to pass that on to you. So what you're doing in nationally advertised television, $29.95 is just not a price you're going to see for this. As a matter of fact, certified, kind of the price that you're seeing out there, particularly for early releases, you're seeing $40, $45, even $59.95 for this Native American dollar, certified 70, NGC, PCGS, any of those, for $29.95. Like I said, a truly spectacular opportunity for you. I mean, this is something that I think is really important. I think this is something that's ultimately collectible, because they always say, buy the highest grade that you can afford. Well, this is the highest grade. So how many times can you buy the highest grade of any coin that the United States government makes for the cost of certification? So in other words, it would cost you, if you would send in and do, I think, what they call 7 or 10 day service, whatever that is. You do a 7 or 10 day service right here on this, it's gonna be $30. It's gonna be $30 to certify the coin by itself. We're gonna give you the coin at $29.95. So if you're looking for the Native American dollar, you do any Apollo 11 collecting 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11. If you're doing the Native American dollars, if you're a coin collector just in general, this is a coin that you want to add to your collection. And what I've done is made an incredible, incredible price on it. With the limited quantity that we have left, I'm going to guarantee a sellout for later on this evening.
Yeah, I was going to say, in fact,
our 8 p.m. show.
Yeah, if it makes it, to that 8 p.m. show, and I say if, because most of you watch and listen to Mike, and then you shop after the fact. So that's why a lot of times when Mike, but it's true, a lot of times Mike will think, oh, I'm airing this, and then he has to rewrite the show right before he goes on the air. So sometimes when we say things, oh, there are 300, there are 200, there are 700.
And we sell 200 and I have 100 for tonight. And then by the time I get to tonight, everybody has gone in and written it down or done whatever, and all of a sudden it's gone by the time we're there at 8 p.m.
That happens all the time. So certainly we'd like to give you those quantity updates. I guess I can always just recommend, though, when you see Mike and when you see something that you like, time is really of the essence. It makes more sense to select it early rather than later. So just, I hope you can grab it. It's $29.95, 671-246. As an aside, I think you're gonna laugh at me saying it this way. I think these are the prettiest or the most artistic selection of coins I've seen you do. I mean, the artwork is spectacular.
In all honesty, the mint's getting better.
Yeah.
They were just pretty lackadaisical for 223 years, and then they decided they kind of got to up their game, and a lot of that has to do the Royal Canadian Mint, the Royal Australian Mint is all of a sudden doing some really, really, really spectacular stuff.
I gotta say, I'm
is
impressed.
Ultimately what it comes down to. So
I really am impressed. Ooh, what is this gorgeous thing?
This is simple.
Okay.
This is all the Sacagawea golden dollars.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
They started making them in 2000. So we have 2000 through 2019. 20 coins, 20 coins.
There you go.
So they've been making the Sacagawea golden dollar for 20 years, and you see the 20 years here in front of you. Now, from 2000 to 2008, in all honesty, it's a little boring. Because it just changes the date, which is normal in United States coinage. They just kind of change the dates.
Yeah.
But then, starting in 2009, and I kind of alluded to this earlier, they did something different. They started doing what they called the Native American dollar. So they took it from the Sacagawea golden dollar to 2009, the Native American dollar. And with the Native American dollar, each reverse now, it changes every single solitary year. And so that was called Corn Planter. That started the entire thing. Oh, cool. So it honors very specific Native Americans or Native American contributions or Native American tribes. You've got some of my favorite stuff here, Code Talkers right down here. If you've never seen that movie, Code Talkers, that's the Code Talkers right there that you're going to have. You've got Jim Thorpe from last year. You've got Marigolda Ross from this year. You got the steel workers the year before. Most of the high steel workers in the world are Native Americans.
Oh, no kidding.
They have no fear of heights, it seems.
Oh,
it's like a genetic thing. Oh, no so they walk on these little beams 30 stories up.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Do you know what scares me even thinking about it?
It scares me to think about it.
It does, I'm not kidding.
I mean, you know, I don't want to do any of that. And so then you can see, so you have 2000, 2001, 2, 3. And then once you get there, 2009. Now, Sacagawea is on the other side of that coin.
Right.
But the reverse changes every single solitary year.
That is really cool.
So you're basically $4.99 a coin. Here's the national advertised catalog. So you're paying basically $4.95. Well, you know, you started here at $6.95, $8.25, $13.50, $11, $10, $11.50, $7.50, $11, $9.25, $10.95. I mean, so you just keep going. None of those are $4.95 is ultimately what it comes down, or $4.99 is basically what you're getting here, because you get 20 coins, 20 different, the entire series, one from every single year, all brilliant, uncirculated condition. Now, understand, every single one of them comes in their own individual airtight holder, too.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 59, and look at that coin. So that coin's 20 years old now. That's the first year of issue.
Oh, wow.
Okay, look at that coin. These airtight holders are about 59 cents a piece at retail. So now all of a sudden, 60 cents times 20 is another 12 bucks.
Right.
The box itself, and we sell them individually, I think it's $12.95 for the empty box. So now you're $25 in the packaging. So now you're really looking at more like $3.50 a coin instead of $10, $11, $10.95, $13.50, you know, instead of that. Now you're $3.50 when you figure out the way that it's packaged.
Yeah.
So when you do that and you want to talk about the code talkers, all you do is push down the bottom just like that, and the coin just pops right out.
Neat.
Isn't that great? And there's Sacagawea. You're going, hey, where'd the date go? Because notice in all the early coins, the date, it's on the edge of the coin. It's all edge lettered.
I didn't know
the date
that.
and the mint mark is on the edge of the coin. They're going to have, as well as E Pluribus Unum, the motto of the coin, okay, is all on the edge of the coin. And so they did that, as you said, they're better looking coins, because what they wanted to do is they wanted you to focus on this.
Sure.
Now, at one point, they put In God We Trust on the edge, but we didn't really like that. We want our In God We Trust kind of front and center right there.
Yeah.
And so now that has gone back to the front of the coin, and there it is. There's the code talkers. As you can see, every single solitary one of these, gem, brilliant, uncirculated, in the special box, in the airtight holders. So each and every one of them is accessible, so you can access history kind of at will with this. And you can discuss, can you imagine this, you know, sitting around the dinner table or something like that, talking with your children about you know, all of these Native American contributions that you're going to have at literally less than half the price of what they're going to be out there in the marketplace.
I mean, it's you know, living history. I mean, it really is. And that's one of the reasons that people love not only watching but learning with Mike here at our Coin Collector. What did they pass you?
Yeah. Oh, the Great American Treasure Hunt, the W Mint coins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, these have been incredibly popular. This, I'm anticipating a complete and total sellout. For those of you that are unfamiliar, the United States government, they make all the quarters at Philadelphia Mint and Denver Mint. What they decided to do this year is they made a few coins at the West Point Mint and just put them into circulation. They called it the Great American Treasure Hunt, and I've got some. Now keep in mind, they put them into circulation. High-grade coins are virtual. There's no Mint State 70s, no Mint State 69s, no Mint State 68s that are in the marketplace. Mint State 67s are $1,000 plus. So what I've got right here, and these are what are called early find. Mint State 65, $99. Mint State 66, believe it or not, the Mint State 66 is the most popular, not even close. Really? Oh, because you can't even find these. Because what happens is now these coins have circulated. Literally, there's less Mint State 66s than there were when we started the show, because all someone has to do is put it in their pocket and it's a Mint State 63. Right. So I've got them certified. Sorry about that. I'm getting all excited moving the coins around. Trying to follow me with that. Sorry about that. So we're going to have Mint State 65. Once again, these are the West Point minted corners. Like I said, this is the Great American Treasure Hunt. If you've not heard about it, it is really cool. Check your change, by the way, folks. I mean, I'm talking about uncertified, ungraded. You find one of these West Point minute quarters, it's like finding a $25 bill in your change. That's why the government did it. Those are uncertified, ungraded. So those are Mint State 60, 62, 63. Right. Check this out. Mint State 65s at $99. Mint State 66s, exceptionally limited. These will 100% sell out today.
Oh, absolutely. All right, so are we going to the wall?
We're going to the wall?
We're going to the wall.
Let's go to the wall.
I like that. I'm getting steps in.
Yeah,
it
that's
counts.
Right. How about that?
Oh, no, Mike, this is super cool.
Now, we're talking about the presidential, or the Sacagawea golden dollars.
Right.
Those have been going since 2000. Those continue on.
Yeah.
They started in 2007 a very cool series called the American Presidential Dollar Series. So what they did is they honored every American president on a United States government issue golden dollar.
Okay.
What this is your opportunity to get every single solitary one of them. The program is now done. They have finished with President Ronald Reagan all the way at the top. Now, let me explain what you get that you cannot get anyplace else.
Okay.
So here is the Washington presidential dollar right here, golden dollar. That is going to be, as you can see right here, gem brilliant uncirculated. I have done one of these, and I got to get this out of here.
Okay.
This is our exclusive proprietary process. That is George Washington, first president, on a sheet of pure 24 karat gold. That is pure 24 karat gold that we've done. Our proprietary, we basically use a laser printer, and instead of ink, we use gold. Okay? That is pure 24 karat gold, and then we color the top of it with that. So that is a sheet of pure 24 karat gold. So you get then the coin, you get the sheet of gold with